Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens is the only Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime show in where we've celebrated the antagonist's birthday. Happy late birthday, Yuo! And hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton. And today we're here to talk about episode 68 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens anime series. A rather fun recap episode that shows a more vulnerable / remorseful side to Yuo of the Goha sibling, while also giving us a bit more mystery and something to speculate on as we move forward with the new arc coming soon. But first and foremost, let's talk about Yuo's character, as I did like what was presented from him within this episode, as it shows that Yuo isn't completely evil. He's even willing to take responsibility for his actions, and I was very surprised when he tried to help clean up the curry mess, despite already having another plot in mind. He's got plans and he was going to execute them, but instead he decided to help out and clean, which took me by surprise, not gonna lie. Now, this line about Yuo having plans in the works already tells me that Yuo is still going to be relevant later on. And of course now, by the end of this episode, we know that Yuo's been having a mysterious flash of memories, which also adds some intrigue and keeps the character fresh, while also making it so he's definitely going to be staying on our screens longer. And you know what? I'm glad, because Yuo has been a fantastic character so far since his introduction. Now then, looking at Yuo's emotional display within this episode, I thought it was rather sweet and wholesome, and very much needed for the character. Seeing how he understands the pain and the almost disrespect he's caused his other siblings by trying to push them away from Goha, stripping them of their presidency, and trying to take over Goha for himself, I think shows good character traits from Yuo. It shows that he's able to understand human emotions and isn't just a crazy deranged psychopath. While at the same time, his sort of acknowledgement of this allows us as the audience to better understand what he's feeling and believe in the development that he's going through and the words that he's now saying. Plus, it adds a bit more realism and humidity to Yuo. This all in turn allows us to synthesize as well with him on an emotional level. So for that, I do appreciate the way they've handled him. And the fact that Yuo has never had to say thank you before, I thought speaks volumes. Because he is a Goha sibling, so you can imagine the fact is that quite a lot of perks and privileges come with that title. Meaning that things are just handed to him and given to him, more so than him having to earn things or receive things out of kindness. I really will admit, I loved the wholesome montage about him practicing saying alligator. I thought that was brilliant and it made me laugh a lot. Roman's face when seeing Gaku Ting return was also fantastic. And the simple fact that Yuo was trying very hard to say the words thank you just makes his development seem more realistic and adds more weight to what he's been trying to do. He's trying to make amends to his siblings and pretty much just say sorry. Had Yuo gone into that birthday celebration and not say thank you to them, or, not appreciated what they've done and put together, this of course would have made him even more antagonistic and would have broken off that emotional connection that we've had so far with all the siblings together. Deep down, Yuo seemed to want the company of his siblings, but in his mind he'd told himself that they were jealous of his abilities and felt like that they've been treating him badly. This of course is so far from the truth, it's so not correct, as despite everything, they still love and care Yuo. This is evident by the fact that they remembered to celebrate his birthday. Had the Goha siblings resented Yuo like he thought, then they wouldn't be doing what they did in this episode. One line that Yuka gives in episode 61 helps to reinforce the fact that the siblings, despite Yuo's betrayal, never stopped caring or loving him. And that line was, the Goha president siblings are the six of us together. Meaning that even though Yuo betrayed them, she never once outcast Yuo from her thoughts, never once saw him as less than any of the other siblings. Even the sixth sibling that they've never met, they still keep him on equal terms. Now then, let's take a look at the big question from this episode. Who was Yuo dueling in that mysterious flashback of memory? Looking at the image, it's been inverted, but if we undo that effect, we can see that Yuo is currently master dueling another person. And that person is wearing a grey outfit with white gloves. Now part of me just jumped on the train and thought, that's Otis, but before he left Goha. Now that actually can't be right, because Otis appeared wearing the Otis outfit that we know already when he went to that tournament and first met the young Yuga and gave him Seven's Road Magician. Otis then was taken away by security, so unless that was somebody else dressed up as Otis, then this person in the flashback can't be Otis, because Yuo doesn't look much younger than he currently is now. This memory looks rather recent, so the timeline of that things just don't add up here. So Otis, you kind of have to rule out for the most part. Now we know that Yuo knows of Otis' existence, because he thinks about him when talking to Nell in episode 65. But in that same scene, Yuo is remembering the white outfit of Otis, not a grey outfit. So that's another reason as to why we can possibly rule Otis out of this situation. Now personally, I think this is a hint relating to the sixth sibling. At the background of the environment that the image shows is like a sort of spaceship sort of internal structure. Plus, it could also help to explain how Yuo got the six siblings' presidential badge without ever meeting the sixth sibling by his own memory. Maybe Yuo dueled the sixth sibling in this memory and won, thus getting the badge from them afterwards, and then his memories were locked for whatever reason, causing him to forget the fact that he has dueled and met the sixth sibling, because we never actually got explained by Yuo how he received the sixth sibling's presidential badge. He just says, oh, I've got it. I've never met the sixth sibling, but I've got it. Now another possibility obviously could be a new character entirely. I'm about 70% sure that it's a sixth sibling, about 25% that it's a new character that's not the sibling and no one we've met before, and 5% Otis by some weird timeline shenanigans. But at the end of the day, it's still something that keeps us speculating, so I'm really happy that this was put into this recap episode, because it makes the episode worth watching. It's a small panel, but it gives us mountains of speculation to go on and keeps us talking for a while. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below as to who you think this person is in the image. The whole Beauty Romin and Professor Gakuto stuff within this episode was a fantastic source of comedic entertainment. From manipulating Yuo into giving them food through the threat of curry, and simply trying to help Yuo in his time of need. All of this was just some wholesome greatness that helped make the episode so much more enjoyable than just a simple, here's what's happened in the past few episodes. Yeah, you understand what I mean there. Honestly, the interactions between Romin and Yuo I thought was rather cute from this episode. Plus, this episode also gives Romin and Gakuto more of a role to play, giving them a more of a focus as we close off this particular arc. As really, they've had a very weak arc this time around. So it was refreshing not to see either Luke or Yuga. Because A, it gives Romin and Gakuto more screen time, and B, I don't think they would have helped in this situation in showcasing Yuo's development or feelings. I think having Yuga or Luke helping would have negatively affected the outcome that we got given. However, one does have to ask, how do you make so much exploding curry, Romin? This is anyone's guess, but at the same time, my advice to Goha would be to keep her well away from their kitchens, as the curry hell will engulf the entire Goha city. Wait. Next episode, Romin's cooking? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Anyways, I guess that does it. Mimi got her re-employment into Goha HQ, and that was great to see. Plus, we had a genuinely wholesome episode that made me smile from start to finish. I overall enjoyed it greatly. Am I saddened by the fact that Yuo is less of an antagonist after this episode? No, not really. as he's gone through a lot and has been a fantastic character throughout this arc. So that does not take anything away from him. And if he does go through with those plans that he mentioned within this episode, then he could still work as an antagonist. In fact, I feel like there's one last thing Yuo can do to atone for his sins, I guess. I would love to see a Yuo versus Nail match. Once Nail returns, maybe we could have something as to where Yuo wants to apologize to Nail, because Yuo does internally state that he got Nail, he's the reason that Nail left Goha. So maybe Yuo goes up and wants to apologize, and Nail just wants to test out his new dueling style / Providence. So maybe we can get a duel between those two when Nail actually shows that he's learnt fusions and he now has evolved to just relying on his maximum all the time. But whatever they do, whatever's going to happen, I know it's going to be great because Sevens has done a fantastic job so far. Anyways, hopefully you've enjoyed this review. If you have, hit like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. And just like Yuo had to say, thank you so much for watching. Alligator, matane, goodbye.